SEP, NEP number one, we are going to do it, SEP, because our manifesto commitment is there. People have voted us. If I'm sitting here right in front of you, being a minister, it is because we have committed, people have responded, they have voted us in the government, and we have to honor that. So we have to keep up our word. So people have believed that SEP is better than NEP, okay na? And me being 2023 Manifesto Vice President, with chairman was Parameshwar Avaru and Radhakrishna Avaru Vice Chairman, even I was Vice Chairman. All these things, whatever you have just started, people have been started getting benefits, 2,000 rupees, Shakti, a lot of other things, and one more is still balanced. One more out of 5, which is balanced. They all came out from our manifesto table. So we have to honor that. So no looking back. So agale uttara nanu adakku kottbitte. So I don't have to say anything else. But SEP ಗೆ NEP ಗೆ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಮಿಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಂಥ ಅಜಗಜಾಂತರ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಲಗಾಮ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಲಿ ಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟೋಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದೆ, ಪಠ್ಯಪುಸ್ತಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಪರಿಷ್ಕರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಕೇಮ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಪಠ್ಯಪುಸ್ತಕ ಪರಿಷ್ಕರಣೆ. ಸೊ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವೋಟೆಡ್ ಅಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಡನ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ SEP ಆಲ್ಸೋ. Now, third example I'll give, which is practical today, what happened in another similar kind of this thing, which was a different kind of this thing. Somebody asked me, a principal of a school, in a principal's conclave, they said, Nali Kali is so nice, why don't you take this to national level? Who started that? So they are waiting from state. So what I'm trying to tell you is, state education policy is going to be better than national education policy, and more friendly, more closer to you, because every state, see our country federal system alli enide anta helidre, our cultures are different, our languages are different, our kind of behaviors are different. Not bad alla, we have our own behavior, no softness. Tamil Nadu has got its own taste in food also, and culture also, their body language. Malayalam, Kerala, Andhra, when you go. But don't you feel so much of difference is there from North India anta nanu heladಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, because I don't want to segregate within our country that we are two different sub-states, sub-situations are there anta. There is a lot of difference to West Bengal, Gujarat. There might be a little bit of similarity between them, but I don't think there is a far similarity between Karnataka and northern states. So if you give, and if they start infusing those things, which is going to be on a national platform, I don't think it is going to be difficult. Sometimes we have not heard of so much of culture of our own country. It's nice to know, but can you put everything in one book? No, I don't think so. But if you give that lagamna avar kail kotre, infusing Hindutva or infusing ideological based studies, I don't think children need it. Children need non-political, what they need. What we have done also is purely not against a particular party, nor in favor of any party. It is only children's party we are. In their interest, we have done that, and we'll continue doing that. And the policies are going to be very similar. Studies alla ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ similar irutte, not much, but it's more relative to our state, our community, our culture, our language, our way of ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್. ನಾರ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತಿನ್ನಲ್ಲ ಅವರು, ನಾವು ರೈಸ್ ತಿಂತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುದ್ದೆ ತಿಂತಾರೆ, ಸೌತಲ್ಲಿ. ನಾರ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ತಿನ್ನಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್, ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ನಾಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವೇ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆನರಬಲ್ CM ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಸೆ ಇರೋದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಾಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾಡ್ದು ಒಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ. SEPಗೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ SEPಗೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿಂದನೂ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ NEP ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ SEP ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಹೊಡೆತ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ 6 ಮಂತ್ಸಿಗೆ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕೊಡೋದು, 2 ಇಯರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀನು ಈ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರೈಸ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್, ಪಿ ಯು ಸಿನೇ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಪ್ ಟು 12th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ದೆನ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ we call. So I don't think we should really come into that kind of a system. We are not yet prepared. Might be near future, okay. But ಏನಂದರೆ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಂದಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಏನಂತೀರ, NEP ಅಂತೀರ, ಏನಂತೀರ ಅದನ್ನ, ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ NEP ಓನ್ಲಿ. That's not possible. I respect Hindi, but the mother tongue is Kannada. Medium of learning, people in our country have started liking English. Not because British is ruled, because English is used worldwide. More exposure is there. Hindi illa anta helalla, Indiadallide. Adanna system ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಲೂಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್, ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಸಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಲೌಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್, ಅದೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಸೆಂಟಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಭಾವನಾತ್ಮಕ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ನ. ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಭಾರತ, ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಭಾರತ ಅಂತ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಕೀಪ್ಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ. ಸಿ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು, ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೋ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲಿ qualified person to give out so much of details, which will be worked out with professional team. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅವರೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೂ ಸರಿ ಅನಿಸಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮೋರ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷ್ನಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಟ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲಿ CM ಅವರು ಈಸ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದಿಸ್. ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟೋಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಭಾಳ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿತವಾಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟೋಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಪೀಪಲ್ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಸ್. ಇದೇನು ರೀ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು, NEPನ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋರು ಕಿತ್ತು ಬಿಸಾಕಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ they have come closer to ACP. So we have to understand what people also need, parents who are going to be parents also. I think ಅದು ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ಸು ಮುಂದಿನ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ತರಬೇಕಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ಪಾಪ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರು ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಟೂ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆನ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ನೌ ಓನ್ಲಿ, if any changes are there, because already NEP has been implemented, sudden changes won't be there. It's a very balanced. See, that's, I know, very balanced. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಹೊಡೆತ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ, ಪಠ್ಯಪುಸ್ತಕ ಪರಿಷ್ಕರಣೆ ನಾವು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಏನು ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಯಾರೋ ಮುಂದೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿರೋನು ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಹಳೆ ಬುಕ್ ಕೊಡೋ, ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವ್ನ ಪಾಪ ಇದನ್ನ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಷ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆದು ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಹಿಂದುತ್ವ, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸತಿ ಗಾಬರಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್? ಇದಕ್ಕಷ್ಟೇ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ತಂದಿದ್ದು ನಾವಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಪಠ್ಯಪುಸ್ತಕ ಪರಿಷ್ಕರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನಾನೇನು ಹೊಸದಾಗೇನು ತಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಬ್ಯಾಡಾಗಿರೋದನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು, ನಾವು ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದನ್ನಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಬ್ಯಾಡಾಗಿರೋದು ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾನೇನು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಸದಾಗೇನು ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಸ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್, ದ ವೇ ವಿ ಟೀಚ್ ದ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್, what we teach the children. Even now also there are chances for improvement, which that professional team will be handling, and we will do that for next textbook year. But not major alla, it will be a very smooth balance, and transaction also will be very good between NEP back to ACP, whatever changes we are going to do. ಕಮಿಟಿ ಆಗಲೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಅದಕ್ಕೊಬ್ಬರು ಹೆಡ್ಡು ಫೈನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದಟ್ ನೇಮ್, ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೋವರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಓಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ನ ನೀವು, ಅದು ಈಗ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರೊಂದು ಫುಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲಿ executing the work and the format of work and how they develop the whole platform, I think it is their job. We run the administration. I run my business ಅಷ್ಟೇ. They will be doing the practical working style ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. I know sports and education is totally different, but there is a lot of similarity. We like to promote sports also, in education. My question looks very different, no? Now I'll come. ಹೈ ಜಂಪ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು? ಎರಡೇ ಚಾಯ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಮುಗಿಸಲ್ಲ ಒಲಿಂಪಿಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ? ವೈ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ 3? ಗಿವ್ 2, ನೋ? ಸಾಕಲ್ವಾ? ಹಂಗಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಜುಕೇಷನಿಗೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಕಾಮಡೇಟ್ 3. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ವೈ. SSLC ಓದ್ತೀರಾ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಶಾಲೆ, ಅದು ಮೀಡಿಯಮ್ ಶಾಲೆ, ಅದು ಓಕೆ ಶಾಲೆ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಓಕೆ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಓಕೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಫೇಲ್ ಹೊಡೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ, 1 ವರ್ಷ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ಇನಫ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ಅಪ್, ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ 95%. Don't you think that same boy needs to get a chance? Might be because of our mistakes. Right now, yes, I'm in that situation. I don't have much infrastructure. I have given a platter full of problems, which I'm going to solve, don't worry, 100%. But ಅವರಿಗೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಉಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸತಿ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಓ, ಈ ಮಗು ಇಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಏನೋ ಅನಾಹುತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. You shouldn't write only those things actually in the paper. But we write, people see that. Our children read that. They get into pressure. So when you give them a chance, they take it as a challenge. Yaro obbrige ant helalla. You have to give them a chance. Children's, when you say exam, you go to a doctor. Heart problem is, oh, hogbidti anbidtara. No. Check ಮಾಡಿ, on duty. Who's that duty? Teacher's duty. This boy is taking exam andre, this, oh, he's going to take, okay, history or some science, chemistry. That teacher has to come in and help him. Sir, I want to take more. He will communicate to his teacher, sir, I have taken 75%, I want to take 85%. I know I can do it, or even 90%. So government has to give an option. Now, I have already got a result for it. You saw that yesterday, I think. Then don't you think that's a success? Throughout India, nobody had done this scheme at all. Scheme or nobody had tried. It was main exam, supplementary. What is main exam? Is main, which is respectful. Supplementary, bad boys, bad girls who have not studied. Second supplementary, worst students who have not studied. But results are out of 1,20,000 children. Come on, 42,000 people have passed. Don't you think I have done a good job from our government now? We have given a chance. They would have been your liability in the society, in your house. They can't face parents. ತಂದೆ ಹತ್ರ ಬೈಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ತಾಯಿ ಹತ್ರ ಬೈಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮುಖ ತೋರ್ಸೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಟೀಚರ್ಸಿಗೆ ತೋರ್ಸೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಮನೇಲಿ 1 ವರ್ಷ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಯು ಬೈ ಅ ಗುಡ್ ಕಾರ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ. ಸೊ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್. ದೇ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಹೋಮ್, ನಾಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವೇರ್ ಜೂನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಹಿಮ್. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. So now we are not calling it as supplementary. We are calling it as board, 1, 2, 3. Now the choice is, when you are doing high jump, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ 6 meters jump ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, next 6.3 inches ನೀವು jump ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, again you would have failed or even less or more also, but still 6.3. So top 3, you get a chance, no? So if you are a science student, you can get into some professional courses. Now your next question will be, don't you think you are wasting 1 month because academic year start agirutte? Yes, for that professional with a higher this thing. 10th standard, 11th standard people will already be ready for these children. Avrige special classes, so avrige ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಈ one month what they have lost. For that also we have already spoken to the next level of studies. For degree, higher education ministry ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಮಂತ್ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಮಾತ್ರ, because we pushed it too fast to accommodate. And why to wait for 1 year? Let these children get into this year college ಅಂತ. So ಈ ಇಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ 2 months ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. So 2 months is pretty big. So that's why we have already announced that next year onwards it is going to be under 30 days, that flexible. And most of the colleges initially ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Slowly they get in, they'll come into the mood because they have just come back to the college. Old things are there, they'll be thinking, talking, lot of other things. 10-15 days ಅದರ ಲೋಟ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So 15 days you have to take, or 20 days special classes, or special, you call it something, ನಂಗೆ ಮರ್ತು ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ವರ್ಡ್, ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಸೆಡ್, ಐ ಫಾರ್ಗಾಟ್ ನೌ. ಸೊ that kind of this thing. and we'll see to that they are pulled back to the mainstream, or they pushed and they are on the right track as far as things are concerned. No, I think it's very minor, this thing. It's not very expensive. We can afford for that. 33,000 crores on budget.
In private sector, the salary is very less in private schools. And the work is double. In this one,
Pri-
you also add
ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸು ನನಗಿಂತ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್, ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ ಟು ಟಾಕ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಡೂ ದಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ನ ಒಳಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಸೆಪ್ರೇಟ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಸಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಅನ್ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್, very unbalanced, which you are going to ask. 41,000 primary school, 6,000 high school. Where are we? ಕನೆಕ್ಷನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವಿಟಿನೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಶಾಲೆಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ದೆನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ PUC, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 1,800. ಐ ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ ರಾಂಗ್, ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 2,000. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗೋರಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ government school, and they are going to aided school or private school. And now I'll go little back history. Why are we in this situation? Because earlier development was opening a school in a village. Development for MLAs or anybody, any public representative, you open a school, this MLA is great, because we didn't have infrastructure, roads, that is, we didn't have transportation, and lack of knowledge even for parents also, because they used to take their children to the fields, ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಗದ್ದೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಆಟ ಆಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡೋರು, ಇವ್ರು ಕೂಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರೋರು. ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಇವಾಗ ನೆನೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆಯವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ ಅಕ್ಷಯ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆವಾಗ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, that's the reason they were wasting their children's life time in the field without giving education. Now ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಏನೋ ಕಲಿತಾರೆ, ತಾಯಿಗೂ ದುಡ್ಡು ಆಯಿತು. ಅವಾಗ ₹1 ಅಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತೆಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ? 32 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಬಂಗಾರಪ್ಪಾಜಿಯವರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿ. ₹1 ಅವತ್ತಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತೆಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು? ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಹಾಕಿ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದುಡ್ಡಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಭಾಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮೊತ್ತ ಅವಾಗಲೇ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್. ಪಾಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೇಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೇಟರ್. So that has happened. Now what has happened is every parents ನನಗಿಂತ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಮಲ್ಲೇ ಓದಬೇಕು ನನ್ನ ಮಗ, 10 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟ್ರ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಸಾಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಓದಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಶಾಲೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದಿದ್ದಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ನಾನು ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಕ್ಕಳೂ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡ, ನನಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಚೋಸನ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್, ಏಡೆಡ್ ಆರ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎ ಬೆಟರ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್. ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ದು ಬೆಟರ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಸ್ KPS. KPS 4 ಇಯರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ admission has gone up to 450% in few schools. 450, there is lot of demand. 1,000 ಜನರ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ನಾನು ಬರೀ 300-400 ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಇನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಕೊರತೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಲ್ಲ ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 1000 ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್, 0 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ನನ್ನ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದೆಮ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಟೇಕನ್ admissions somewhere else, because parents have knowledge that I want my child to learn in a better school anta. So now that means that we are lacking in our facility. We have to improve our facilities. Yes, we are going to do that. KPS is a pretty good success formula with a little bit of minor corrections. So funding problem ide andrenu kuda, but fundings I am getting. CSR almost commitment of 600 crores namage bandide commitment. So we have target 2,500 crores, and that money will not be handled by the government from myself. CSR team will be handling, because I don't want to go on record, but sometimes I want, it's their money I want. So that's why we had a JW Marriott with planning ministry, higher education and NAMDO. So ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಬಂದರು, ಡೆಪ್ಟಿ ಸಿ ಎಮ್ ಅವರು ಬಂದರು. ದೇ ಓನ್ಲಿ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದ CSR investors who can give us funds, please invest only in education. Don't give your money for park, don't give any for building or CM's fund or that fund or this fund. Give it only to education because we need and we help you all. ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಹೆಂಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ. ಯೋರ್ CSR ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಈ ಹುಡುಗರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತರಬೇಕು, AI ಎಲ್ಲ ತರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹು ಆರ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಟುಮಾರೋ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 2000 KPS ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ schools from 1st standard to 12th standard. Now there is another catch. ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿ 1, ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿ 2, ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿ 3. ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 3 ವರ್ಷ ಓದುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಮಗು. ಬಟ್ ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ABC ಕಲಿಯುತ್ತೆ, 2ಅಲ್ಲಿ CD, Zಗೆ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ನೆವರ್ ಕಮ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇನ್ KPS we are started in few schools is LKG, UKG, Montessori. ಪಾಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ದುಡ್ಡಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ABCD ಕಲಿತು. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ರೆಡಿ ಫಾರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆಂಟ್. ನೌ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ನೌ LKG, UKG. So 1 year in Anganwadi, LKG, UKG, and whatever I am talking, it's mainly for concentrated. 85-90% of my whole system will be concentrating too much onto rural sector. Because ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ರಾಮಲಿಂಗ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರು ಬಾರೋ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟರ್ ಕೊಡೋ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡೋ ಇದು ಹಾಕೋ. So beautiful the way those children speak English. I can't handle that. They speak better than me, and the way their body language, everything is so perfect. And they don't look like ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇವರು ಕನ್ನಡ ಓದಿದಾರ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಓದಿದಾರ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ. No, they are very intelligent. They are far ahead than what they are supposed to be because facility they have given. Few companies have invested money, infrastructure, software. There are 3D, dimension, printer ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. A Dell company has, I don't want to brand anything, but they all have contributed. So I have to endorse. So ಈ ಥರ these CSR funds will be there. About 2000 KPS ಶಾಲೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ. So it will hold about, I've got about 6,500 gram panchayats in our state. All put together. No, we'll not do everywhere. Somebody in one of the paper, they have said all gram panchayati will have KPS. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ KPS ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿ. So about 3 gram panchayats, I think 1 we can manage. For next year, my interest is, already I have listed about 500. So tomorrow I have a first briefing. So next week end I have got a second final briefing. I think I want to touch, I have requested more than 600 schools which are qualified, which can be converted to KPS, which will cater to these issues which are there. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 2-3 acres ಬೇಕು. And LKG, UKG and up to 12th standard I have to handle. If I can't handle up to 10th standard, if I can handle, there is another this thing that 11th and 12th can be about less than a kilometer. And children's coming from village, which might be about 5 kilometers, 6 or 10 kilometers, I want to, we will provide even transportation. So maintenance, already our Honorable CM, earlier it was 10,000, this time with all this difficulty, he gave 20,000 for ordinary regular schools, and he has doubled the maintenance. So now we are trying to even cluster the schools where there are 1 to 10, only 10 students for 5th standard varguno. So per class I have got 2 students. So only 1 teacher. Total waste. Only 1 or 2 rooms. Again, if I have to give for another room also, it's a investment waste. So what we are doing is, we are getting all these people very close by. That maintenance charge 25-30% will go for transportation, but the main school which is taking all the clustering effort will get more 75% of all this maintenance. Now I don't have to invest and waste this money. Why I went to history is, development was opening a school in a village. Now today, development is not that. Giving good education is there. And bilingual they want. You know very well, I can't hide this, 75 to 85%, almost more than 80%, everybody wants to go to English medium school. That's why I'm making very strict Kannada first language, second language, which we are not going to move out of that. Because ಮಾತೃಭಾಷೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಬಿಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. And you have to know, because that's the communication system. First you are here, then you will know you want to learn Hindi and then other thing. But English is the medium which is very comfortable for technical courses and for you to progress also nationally and internationally, which is ಅದು ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಚುವಲ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ. I have to get them back, yes. They are paying more money in a private school or an aided school. So I have to bring them back. Why they have gone is because I am back foot, because I don't have facility. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು KPS ಶಾಲೆಗಳು 400% ಇಂಟೇಕಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, don't you think it is a successful this thing? And people will go rural, and we are going to select places like that where it is going to happen. ನೀವು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಮ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲು ಇದನ್ನು ಮೈ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮೈ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಾದರ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅದರ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಅವರ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ 76,000 ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಅನುದಾನಿತ ಶಾಲೆಗಳು, ಏಡೆಡ್, ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. 76,000 I'll call it schools till 12th standard. Plus I have got 1 crore 20 lakh children only in my department. And my budget, of course, you all know, 33,000 crores. And out of that, 93% goes for salary, pensions and all those things. So development ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ದುಡ್ಡು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. That's why we have gone into CSR, which is going to have a positive this thing. And CSR is something like every year I keep getting it. ಸೊ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್, ಒಬ್ಬರು ನನಗೆ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ CM ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಜಲ್ ಪುಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ DCM ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಪ್ಲಾನಲ್ ಆಗಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆರ್ ಗುಡ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಡ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್. ಎಸ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಡ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದಟ್. Yeah, that's why they all are very open-minded. When we had this in JW Marriott's CSR conclave anteli, not even one person said anything. That's why I want to be give more confident that your money is spent by your hand only. I am not going to spend, because ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಸಿಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ. ಬಟ್ I want them to spend their money and see that money is well spent, because it's very hard earned money. I don't want to waste that. And CSR ಅಂದಾಗ it is ಒಂಥರ God's work it is. No, you don't. That's anyway closed. 4,000 schools were closed. I'm not giving the old account. Old account ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾನು BJP ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರು 4,000 ಲೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡಿದರೆ. It is just happening. I'm telling you, no, we have just overloaded like mushrooms. We have done everything. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ very carefully I spoke about 32 years back. Development was like that. See, your capacity is 100, but you have done 200. Don't you think that 100 is waste also? But no, I will not call it waste, because that day that necessity was there. That bridge, that shift ಏನಗಿದೆ has costed us so much. No, teachers also will come to this school. They all will come there. They will not come. That property ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ, 10 ಜನರು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀರಾ? 10 ಜನರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಜನರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, 1ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದ 5ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ವರೆಗೂ. ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ನನ್ನ ಫೋನು ಅಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ 50 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಶೇಮ್. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ 17,000 schools. That is also, I have got a platter of problems. One of the major problem is less number of teachers, less number of students coming into school also. Now I'll come. We have taken the highest is 43,000 guest teachers. I need 53,000 53,000 teachers shortage is there in my department, okay, to all put together. So now out of 43, now I have taken as on today about 43,000 guest teachers. Guest teachers are paid very less. So I don't want to talk about it. See, everybody gives their quality, but still guest teachers are guest teachers, they are not permanent teachers. Now you can ask why you're not taking recruiting. Okay, we have already taken 15,000, we have selected 15,000, finance department has given us permission. We have already recruited 13,500. There is a case which is going on in court, okay. That case is related to only 300, 400 teachers only. But the court has made a note that don't give the order till the whole case is cleared. So actually the people who have been selected, they know they are there. They are so frustrated because they have hard earned, hard studied, they are doing nothing. They know that they are already teachers, but I'm not able to give the order to them because court has said that. I keep getting messages, they say, if I die tomorrow, it is because of you. I don't answer them, but I just feel very pity, but let them have that patience. It is not in my hand. My father had given, ಜಾಬ್ ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆಯವರು ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ. Most of the teachers were recruited during my father's tenure. 15% ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಕೃಪಾಂಕ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಕೃಪಾಂಕ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ. Even today my department, about 25-30% of the teachers, they remember my father. They are all on the verge of getting retired also. That is that. Why I'm telling this is, it's my it's my honor to give job to these 13,500 people. But court has just restricted. If that comes in, and the school, number of schools, okay, one teacher is teaching 10 students of 5 classes, right? Correct, no? Okay, no problem. No, the least will take. That same teacher can teach 50 also students. That's where we have to create, that is infrastructure, that is clustering. So when this happens, since our number of schools are more, already built up schools are more, when we don't have children's, your population ratio also, when you take actually, which I don't want to, it's falling down. The kind of growth what was happening is falling. So there is no chance of increasing primary schools at all. No new primary schools I can come out. I have to reduce only because children are not there on touch. Now what happens, it's a property of this. ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದೇ ಹೊರತು, are you closing ಅಂದರೆ I will never accept that I am closing. Children have not come. Where are they? They are in my government school. Right now they are not in government school. They have picked up their own better school. But I have to give this, then I will talk to you. Then I can answer you. ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Because of the lack of infrastructure which has been given, and I'm just 125 days old. I've given 2 eggs where they used to get 1 egg with all these difficulties, giving 2,000 rupees. So ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So I think these kind of extra these things, 8,500 rooms are there now which we are giving from the government also, new school. So now where you give should be invested at right place. If these schools are getting into one school, if I give another school here room, for next year it's going to be waste. If I'm opening a KPS, this whole clustering only is going to be waste. But I have to take that risk. I'm ready for it. So ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So I think these kind of extra these things, 8,500 rooms are there now which we are giving from the government also, new school. So now where you give should be invested at right place. If these schools are getting into one school, if I give another school here room, for next year it's going to be waste. If I'm opening a KPS, this whole clustering only is going to be waste. But I have to take that risk. I'm ready for it.
So don't you think the government should increase the budget for education system rather than you asking for more CSR fund, and instead of spending on various guarantees, as you also said, we can use that money for improving our education?
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't have. No. My budget is not. No. My budget is not too tight. That's why I'm telling you. CMO is Honorable CM and DCM, they're getting me money, not a problem. If I don't get it there, I'll get it from the government only. But the kind of expenditure, what companies, even I think Indian Express, even you have to spend some money, CSR, right? Please give it to me only. Tell your, finance department. You have to do that, I think. A lot of the television channels also are started giving. So don't put the money somewhere else. If I don't have the money, then government will give the money. I'll take it. CM has told that he is going to give. I'm not reducing my budget or anything. I'm just managing my budget. I'm getting my money somewhere else. Instead of they're making some park in Bangalore, I'll tell them, don't do that. Give it to me. That's all. The whole difference. And including, you won't believe it, CM has said, don't give it to health also this year. 2-3 years we'll see later. But now, concentrate all your this thing. And once infrastructure is later, I don't need money. I can manage it. Not a problem at all. And the best thing, Andre, I really wanted to tell you that time. Private school, they pay the less. Government, every teacher is merit. They are on merit. So think tank is strong. But because of our facility, we are falling very, very back. I think I also need some time now. I'm just 125 days old. And these are the things, differences what I've already bought in, which is more friendly for students with this situation. Okay, that's why we are bringing in KPS. That's where we can facilitate these kind of things, including other activities also, like music, might be other multiple musical this thing, art, other than regular your subjects, we can give, because it costs, right? We can't do it for every school in a primary school or anything. At that time, when we give, and they need special transportation also might be. Correct.
No, sir. I mean, specific learning disabilities just need some extra support. Children blossom. It's just that the identification of these children in a class of 100, the teacher has to perform.
You have to give them special attendance. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got it. No. Those things can be done only with these kind of facility. If I have one teacher teaching for 5 classes, 1st to 5th standard, obviously I can never justify what you are asking, right? So I have to put them in one full structure where I have all the facilities, then I can attend to this. So that is why we are trying to attempt that about 600 schools, but our future program is about 2000 schools, which will cover entire state. At that time, it's very easy to teachers also with their time. One teacher can take time today, the other person can this thing. If a student is very weak in a subject or whatever in their studies process or whatever it is, we can attend not only in studies, even with other activities also. Yes, one full house is there, we can do. Not with one person. Already, as she asked, the same teacher is asking, started making 5 classes. It's not. It can never happen. 1st to 5th standard, one teacher is teaching. And with this, right now, we can't do. If I have to bring in that change, then I have to come into KPS kind of schools, which is very easy to handle these kind of things, including any disability also is there, we can handle also. Physical abilities and disabilities also. Yeah, in KPS, that's what I'm trying to tell you. In KPS, it's very easy. Music I can take, art I can take, sports I can take. The infrastructure is bigger. You have a ground. Most of the schools, we don't have ground only. We don't have toilets. They don't wash toilets. No, I know. And where girls are, especially, at least in rural, men, boys, somehow okay, but it's wrong. But still for women, see, I'll tell you earlier, for one school, government used to give 10,000 rupees per year for maintenance. How can you maintain a toilet which will never be cleaned even once in a week also? If you're giving 10,000 rupees, 10 months they are going to work, 2 months holiday. So in the class I'm telling mostly, so for 10 months, 1,000 rupees, you have to sweep the classroom, you have to maintain. So many places you don't have water also. Now we have done most of it. Toilets are there, we are managing, and sometimes SDMCs, they will collect some funds or any leftover money is there with all these eggs and all these things with the food also. They use that money for cleanings. But same thing, this time we have given 20,000. Where 10 is there, 20 we have given. Where 20,000 they were giving, which for 50 students and above, it has come down to come up to 45,000. So that's why when you cluster to this school, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 1 lakh. So you can clean the toilets 3 times. More children are going to use. Toilets will be very well maintained also. Everything SDMC will take better. You have to do this. You don't have any other this thing. And professional people who have gone through, who have given projects. I have spoken to a lot of officers who have handled this department, private people who have made studies, all they have given presentations. They all are in the same line. So I think I have to follow, and I think that is better also. I was already thinking, but they have already started printing and giving it. This is how you will have to handle if you really want to justify, who have got past experience of this department for at least minimum of 25, 30 years, who have gone through all this process. I've heard my father giving 1 rupee for children to go to school. But now I've got all those things with experience on my table. So I have to just pick and choose. It will take some time. I think I can target less than 2 years. I think with infrastructure, I can deliver having children in these schools. Mostly 80 to 85% of success rate of whatever infrastructure we give will be utilized on a full force.
As per RT, you say 18, 19 and 20.
We came into the government when academic year had already started. So when I came into then, and that is the time I had to change even textbook revision also. So textbook revision madadike nan kashta aitu because textbooks were already in the hands of children. Hangantakshna still I wanted to stop, so that's why I gave a supplementary book where it will go to the teachers what to teach, what not to teach. Okay. Now we had found 45 points, 45 mistakes on behalf of our professional team, changes what we were supposed to get, but we could do only 15. They were connected to chapters, that is 6 to 10 standard, sociology and in Kannada language aste. Balance of 30, what happened? It is by word. With respect, disrespect. Those words were there, which I don't think children should learn. Sentences, I couldn't take it out. Paras, I couldn't take. Chapter, I could take because I could just tell, don't teach this, teach this. But books were there. Next year, all these things will be taken care, and better, for more better also, it will be there. But now, your question, when I took over as school education and literacy, this department, schools had already started. So children are already there in the class. If I close them, which I wanted to, where are the children going to go? And most of these 1,600 schools are private or aided. I don't have facility for them to, I don't have better facility also might be sometimes for me to take them back to this thing. So what we have done is, we are making rules very strict and warning them and pushing them. And finally we have told them, we'll be lenient, it's okay, but we have told next academic year, you'll not get admission only. So obviously your children, you'll go and select another school, which I think that hard decision has to be taken. At least option is there, something else for. If the school is not there, okay, this school is there. But in mid of the school, then doddu scandal agbidutte.
So how are the school coming? What are your BOs doing?
No, Ella, see, what I'm doing is, for clustering, I'm not taking a decision. Okay, what I have done is, now all the reports are there on our table, which can be clustered. Okay, because I don't know, I'm sitting here. But BOs, DDPIs, BOs and CRPs and BRPs, they know everything, what is happening at the village level or rural last level, whatever, how many schools they are. So they have designed in such a way that, okay, this school is there, but these are the schools which are coming 5 kilometers. So total transportation cost might be so much. We have got a standard this thing. It might vary 5-10% or something like that. So those kind of things will come to our table. Then we'll tell them, okay, this is comfortable, but now you don't take that decision. There's a demand from MLAs only. BJP's MLAs only. I don't want to name them. They're telling Madonna, please, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಸಾಕಾಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. I can't handle children's having 5-5, no teachers, guest teachers. Not main teachers only. Guest teachers are running the whole school only. SDMCs, they go out of control. They mishandle sometimes the situation with guest teachers also. Guest teachers have got limitation. That's what I said, no platters of problems. I'm in a bush. If I run, I'll tear my, my clothes will be torn. Slowly I'll come out. So what we are doing is telling DDPIs to go with BOs and their officers to MLAs, public representatives, and tell that this is what the situation is, what do you want me to do? Because SDMC will not listen to the officers. They will never listen to the officers. They will tell officers are dangerous. Always that mentality is there with us. So if MLA says, then they will say, yes, MLA will tell, no, I'll give you transportation, better schooling, better teacher, better facilities, better ground, good teachers, permanent teachers. Because as clustering happens, our requirement of teachers also goes down. But my idea is not to bring down teachers. My idea is to give better quality and try to understand. 30 years we have developed, we have roads now, we have vehicles for us to commute from one place to other. Earlier it was not there. Somebody used to go by cycle. Nobody goes by cycle now to drop their children. They have scooters or something like that. So,
the maximum distance is still the number.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು we are
Just to get the clarity.
No. I really can't do that at all.
Obviously, schools will be closed in religious
No. We have got 5 to 10 kilometers also. ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. MLAs will have to select. MLAs are the right people to select. Because ಅವ್ರ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟಾಗಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ MLAಸಿಗೆ ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಪ್ಪ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ನಾವೀಗ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಆವಾಗ ಶಾಲೆಗಳನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದ್ರು ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಈಗ ಶಾಲೆಗಳನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. 10 ಮಕ್ಕಳು 10 ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಒಳಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ 1 week 5 schools he can go and convince. And you are giving transportation. If you give transportation, they'll come. Good facility. ಏನು ಖರ್ಚಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಬಾಗಿಲಿಂದ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಬಾಗಿಲಿಂದ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಶಾಲೆಯಿಂದ ವಾಪಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಬಾಗಿಲಿಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಶಾಲೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗೋ ಅನ್ನೋರು, ಅವ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೋ ಹೋಗೋನು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಇದ್ರಪ್ಪ ತುಂಬ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗ ನಾನೇ ಹೋಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ ಬಿಡೋದೇ ಬೇಡ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಬಾಗಿಲಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್, ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬರ್ಡನ್ಡ್. So I'm taking care of only the burdens. And ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಯಿತು, ನಾನು ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ 41,000 ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ನ ನಾನು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. I will somehow manage to get money. Can you get children's there? When children's number is not there, physically I'm talking about, including if you take private schools and even aided school. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು?
ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ.
No, they have.
Not going to school, are they dropouts?
No. Dropouts are not there. They have, because of lack of our infrastructure also, they would have gone to a private school. By economical burden will happen for poor people. Second is aided school or a better government school. If there is an ordinary school here, and if I can reach out with my 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler, or somebody can drop at least about 3 kilometers away, which is a better government school, they are sending it there. Mostly that is KPS. That's what I'm trying to tell. First only I said KPS is a successful formula where KPS kind of schools, parents are liking it now. Children are comfortable to go and study. They study in an environment called school. Right now they are not in school. They are more like a house. Because 10 students, 2 students in each school, it can never be called. We are actually cheating those children. ನಾವು ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಆ ಶಾಲೆ ವಾತಾವರಣನೇ ಅವ್ರ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕದ್ದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸೇ yes. Yeah. Number of, and my intention is people who have economically been burdened because of our mistakes and taken a decision to go to a private or an aided, where economical burden is there. I want to give better facility than that, where they are going, and I want them to come back to my school. That is my intention. It's not only that. I want my children coming back to my school. For that, I'm not fit as of now. But we are ready for it now. We have already identified about 600. 500 is on the table. 500 schools for KPS ready now. We are ready, full-fledged ready. But I have told them, please increase to 600. Then ಆಮೇಲೆ we'll target for more ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. And sorry, before saying, ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಶಾಲೆ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಶಾಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಊರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಚೀಪಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಚೀಪ್, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಚೀಪ್. ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು? ನನ್ನ ಶಾಲೆಯಿಂದ. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾಯಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಕೆಲವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನಾ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ. ಈಗ MLS ಅವರೇ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ನನಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ನಾನು ಆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಕಾನೂನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾನೂನು ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಇವ್ರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಾಲೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರು ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದ ಶಾಲೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಮೈ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅ ಬೆಟರ್ ಶಾಲೆ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ಓನ್ ಶಾಲೆ, ಅವರ್ ಓನ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಶಾಲೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗೇನಾಗಿದೆ, BJP MLAs ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇ ಫ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಟು ಬಿ ಫ್ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಜನರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸರ್, ತುಂಬ ಶಾಲೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್. ವೈ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು send them all, give them some transportation? That's when I got all these ideas. Really, it can be worked on that. Then I sat with my officers. When I took over as minister of this department, every day between 2:30 to 6:30, 7 o'clock, I was getting briefed, because our honorable CM has sent me back to the school. I don't know how it works now. So now I'm getting trained also, and I have got trained comfortably. Now they will manage. So ಅದಾಗ್ತದೆ. MLAs will choose. ಈವನ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. ಮಲೆನಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೌ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಮಲೆನಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗಿಗೆ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ವೇರ್ ಅದರ್ ಬಿಗರ್ ವಿಲೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಲೆನಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂನ್ಸಿಲಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 480 ವಿಲೇಜಸ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಬೌಟ್ 600, 700. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ವೋಟ್. ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ಸಮ್ ಅದರ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ 100, 120 ವಿಲೇಜಸ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 12 houses. I have got village which are about 400 houses. So I have got Malnad, Are Malnad and Bailsime. So Malnad pure, Sagra, Talagoppa. When you come down to Talgadde anteli bartade, alli Are Malnadu. Then you go to Anvati where my village is. That is already Haveri starting, a Bail start allinda, flatland starts. So allige kammi ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ KPS ಶಾಲೆಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ಫುಲ್ ಹಿಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. When you go to Malnad ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ, in my own constituency, already, not now, already 32 schools are 0 students. So before I took over, it's not because of me. That can increase also. I don't mind. If I'm going to provide a better facility, it's okay. It's okay, no problem. Yeah, somebody will comment, opposition or comment ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇದು ಬರೆದಾಗ ನೋ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಎಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ದಟ್ 42,000 people studied. They are not liabilities. They are very happily going to next class. That's why I said SAP is always better than NEP. There's everything, there shouldn't be a hidden agenda. Now what is happening nationally, there is a hidden agenda. So I don't want to comment much on that. The hijab issue, yaake enaitu, really, I should really talk about it. Shame on us that we are talking about something like this when we are supposed to give education. I don't want to even comment. And if somebody has done a survey, I don't have that report, whether I should accept or not. My department, I don't even want to waste my time also. I'm not going to discuss about all these things. But as far as hijab is concerned, it is there in the court. ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೀದೇ ಇರೋದೇ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಯಿತು, ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಕಮಿಟಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆವಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ SCP is going to take little time. So textbooks are going to get printed by another 1.5 months. That process will start. And because next academic year all the books have to be ready. So if any more corrections are there, we have given full freedom for the technical team. Some more other than this 15 ಆಗೈತು, ಇನ್ನು 30 ಏನಾರು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ, if you feel it is more important for children to learn in the interest of their learning, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ please do it ಅಂತ I have told them orally and generally when we had a meeting. Already that committee has been passed and they will just do their work. ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಗುರವರು ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಥವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, who are very comfortable. We are, my department also, and even personally I'm also comfortable. I'm not using only one name, but I'm just prominent name who have contributed quite a bit for education system, I think, and their for learning process. They all are good thinkers, that's what I feel, and they are doing that, and I've given full freedom. They'll do that. Heavy changes in iralla. There should be a betterment. You'll feel more comfortable, very nice way to learn. See, study should be like fun, it should be ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಹಾರ್ಡಾಗಂದರೆ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಟೀಚರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಬೇಜಾರು, ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಬೇಜಾರು, ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಂಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು. I should love to go to school. ಆ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ it will take little time. You have to give me little time and we'll give that difference. ಇದು ಬಟ್ ಸಿ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ರಿಯಾಲಿಟಿಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಇಯರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ವೆನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್, ವರ್ಕ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಲಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್, ವಿಚ್ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೆವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಡೂ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ 32,000 teachers have taken transfers under counseling. I didn't transfer them. They opted it, they took it. 15-20 ಇಯರ್ಸಿಂದ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿರೋರು ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನಂತ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ದೇವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಅದೇ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ರಾಯಚೂರು, ಯಾದಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಬೈತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್. ಇದು ಕೋರ್ಟ್ದೊಂದು ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೈನ್ಡ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್, then I can take responsibility. That doesn't mean that I am running away. The only thing is I can take action for which we already took. So that Muddappa annavaru agale suspend adru, but that is not a solution. Now they are asking money. I have told them very strictly, no, we are not going to pay. And next they are not going to get job if things are not going to be sorted out. No, very strict. Yeah, streamlined, well in advance, no problem. Even transfers also, which are going to have general, the process will start by little late end of this year, and January, February they'll take. So when they come back to school, wherever they are supposed to go, they'll go. Yes, we have done a cap. They go to the court, honorable court takes a decision, which I have to say yes. So it's not so I have to honor whatever court says. So they take a defense of court, which under the law they have right, so they have done it. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, please, out of 100, 10, 15 might have been a problem. I will not say no, or might be less, or in some places no at all. All the drinking facilities are there, water is there. But media also picks up these things, and then, it is glamorized also sometimes. Can you go to 10 schools where I send you and then make a report? I'm accepting, about 10 to 15 schools, yes, out of 100 it is there. In some places, all 100 have got drinking water. In my constituency, every school has got drinking water. Those things, yes, sometimes okay, I don't know why they are getting bristlery when they can have a corporation water facility only. And for that also I have asked Honorable CM, please electricity concession kodi, the way you have given for houses, give for our schools also. When I asked, you know what, next agenda is, aided schools are asking, why don't you give it to us also? I said, we are already paying your salary. Then said, you don't pay salary for us, and the private school has come. And they charge so much because they have got air-conditioned classrooms. So it doesn't match like that. Yes, we'll bring all these things onto track. One by one we are doing. I get a lot of complaints that has been attended almost every day. Every complaints are attended whenever it comes to know. When you have got 76,000 schools, including private schools or our schools only, any problem happens, 76 is very, very big. So our administration has to be very strict. They are little weak also, which step by step we are doing. See, if you know the reality, so that's why we want to understand the reality. Now I know the reality. Now I'll start DDPIs and BOs, as he asked. They are ready for it, and they are going to be on the workforce completely. See, it's a multi-department responsibilities. It is sold there, but the main plug has to be taken out somewhere else. So that is the law and order, rules, everything. So whenever we come into these kind of things, like very recently in Mangalore, some chocolate issue came, you know, so we have taken, whatever has come, immediately we take these decisions. We have to take it by this thing. When it is in a rampant, which is not yet, but still it is there, I agreed. And whenever it is going into that force, then I think the whole way of we handling things has to be in a different, the way we look the problem, we have to see it, we have to handle it in a different way. That will do it. And that will be addressed, which is very important. Because addiction is something which is more faster than even education also. So that we have to be very this thing. ಮೂರು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನಲ್ಲ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓದಿ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಹಾಲಿಡೇಸು. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್, ಈಗ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹರೀಶ್ ಅದೊಂದು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಪ್ಪ, ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರಜಾ ಇದೆ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದರ್ ದೆನ್ ಸಂಡೇಸು. ಸಿ ಹಾಲಿಡೇಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗಿವನ್. ಯಾ, ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ಔಟ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಈವನ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿನ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಡನ್ ಅ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ your toilets are not good, your buildings are not good, your timing is not good. So whenever they say that, I think we have to address as the issue comes. So we are trying to take care of that. But ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಚೇಂಜ್. ರೂರಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಚೇಂಜ್. ನನ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಸೀನ್ ಆರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ರೂರಲ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ. ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರದ್ದಿದೆ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಮೈನ್ಯೂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು ಡೆಡಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸು ಸೋಮಾರಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಚೋಸನ್ ದೇರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್, ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಚೋಸನ್ ದೇರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್. The whole new government has come, new MLAs are there, new district ministers are there. So they don't want this officer, they want that officer. All those things are over now. Now only work. Any officer, it doesn't matter. Good, bad, the ugly, it doesn't matter for me. He has to just come onto the track, execute his duties, and we'll see to that they will do it. For that, my officers are ready, including me. No, we are not giving, see, when they come legally, under the law, permission for new school, I am nobody to stop. I have to give, okay? That is number one. As I said, 600 and odd. Actually, it is 1,600 and odd schools of different category. So what happens is, in management, I have 2 managements are there. I would have given my management to him. He would have been running, not registered. Now, he would have changed the address, not registered. he would have been in a rented building, not taken permission. These are all different kind of 1,600 schools which are actually running without any final permission. But as I said, I can't close them. We are tightening rules and regulations for them to know that next academic year, whenever you come in, we are going to be very strict, because at that time there is a gap of children's taking an option. Okay, if this school is going to be closed, I can take another option. That is one thing. My idea is to improve my school. I'm not targeting any private schools. They have every right. Let that school also be neat. People want to choose that, let them choose. But mistake is from our side that we have to improve. We have not done for a long time. Our number of schools are more. Our investment levels and input of students are very less, because of number of schools also are more. That's why we are taking all these things, clustering, KPS schools, introducing, as I said, any students which are not coping up with their studies, how to manage that. We can't do it in village level. We have to do it in a bigger structured, bigger facilities where we can handle things practically and with manpower also. That is teachers, this thing. Only there we can do. That's why they lost miserably in Karnataka, or they didn't stand only, I think.
No, you have, and also free energy. Now, if you have come on a huge mandate, I think it should be your responsibility.
No, I will not copy them, because
no, you're not
they are.
But education, public education is your
No,
responsibility.
yes, I will treat, but I'll not never compare myself. Who knows? I might be better than them. But they are size of Belgaum. Their geographical level, population, everything is more almost. I mean, population will be obviously more, but they are size of Belgaum. That's all. So I'm almost another 20, 30 times bigger than. So it is going to be a larger this thing. Responsibilities are more. Free power we have done up to certain level, and we are not doing it only for city people. Rural, you should give them. Why my father gave 15%. Rural Gramina Krupanka ant heli, that is rural people who have studied in villages, they'll get 15% extra for them to get a government job or something like that. Why he did that at that time was, a lot of criticism was that it's okay, but our large number of size of population, they come from rural only, because they have been not given. Illadre we have tuition, special classes, as I said, bigger school, more facilities, lot of contributors, CSR funds, if not that, more fees. You're taxed also, but there no tax, nothing, but still, they try to work hard. They have to take care of their house, fields, everything, and then study also. I want to get, I think I will touch more than 600 schools. I want to do everything, but don't fix me up after 2 years, please. But I want to touch 600 KPS, minimum at least, minimum. Then I think Honorable CM will make me stay in this thing. Otherwise, he might transfer me somewhere else. So.
How many are there right now?
Right now, about under 200, under 300, but plus 600. So that's a pretty big this thing, and I think almost 1,000. So I have got a balance of target of another 1,100 for next 3 years if I'm in the school. If you are educated, your health comes part of it. See, that's why I took this Sashya Shamala program called Sashya Shamala. I thought you should have asked that, I think. Sashya Shamala is planting a tree, also, simply sampling, and you take care of that as long as you're in that school. So after 20 years, you come back and see that tree. Okay, how do you maintain this? So we have already got that rules also. We have made points how you have to take care of this. So I and my friend, we go and plant a sampling. So we have midday meal scheme is there. So go wash your hand there. After eating, wash your plate there. All these things. See, it's interconnected. So that will help in your studies also. That relativity should come. That culture should come, you know. That's also one of the reasons which you didn't ask again, which is 20% practical even for English and all those things. We have spread this whole 20 marks for all the subjects now, even language also. Whole year your any thesis or some kind of an writing this thing, or you would have taken some exam, your attendance, everything. So you are going to write your exam only for 80. 20 you get it. Why we are doing it is, you should feel that exam is there from the day one, not too much of pressure. It's only 20 marks. But at least you have that feel. If you don't have this, you will also have to get up 1 month before or 1 week before final exam with your son or daughter. You also have to get up at 3 o'clock. You also have to start studying. And that study is not good, I think. That's not a very welcome. Can I tell you one thing? I just used this word in another place. I don't know how big my father is. I don't know still. I think somebody in this place would have met. See, so he will tell, you don't know Mr. Madhu, you know what happened? Then he will tell something. That's a new story for me. I've never heard. So every day is a new day and my father is getting bigger and bigger and better. So ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರೋ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಗೆ, ಬರೀ ಕೈಲಿ ಕಳಿಸು, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡಬೇಡ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಾದರೆ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳಬೇಡ. ನಾನು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಐ ಟ್ರೈ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಲೈಸ್. ದಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ದಟ್ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೆಡ್. ನೋ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್. ಐ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್. ಐ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ದೆಮ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಫಾದರೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಿಸನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮೈ ಫಾದರ್ few times I had an opportunity to give speech in front of him. I mean, beside him, you know, I was supposed. So speech alla admele he said, hey, ನೀನು ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀಯ ಕಣೋ, your speech is not like speech, you as if you are talking to somebody. So ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀಯ, ಇದನ್ನೇ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, don't copy me. Because my father is very highly educated. ಅವ್ರ ಹಳೆಗನ್ನಡ, ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. He's so, you know, he has studied so much. I have not done so much of studies. Now we are no way compared to what he has done. So obviously that knowledge of limit will be there. But now we have facility to handle. To handle medical health department, you don't have to be a doctor. You have to be a manager. Most of the medical this thing, they are not doctors. They are just managers. They just hange. So hange, my father had told me, don't go very close to the mic because you sound very bad. Go away a little bit and you sound good. Then I learnt that because I am from recording studio also, and that is right. And he said, what you are doing, hange matadu, vere maadu. This is the only thing what he has said, that you don't give speech, you talk to people. So, and I am doing that. Everything, that's okay. Yeah. I feel, and if I'm not comfortable, I don't do that job.